Bottom lane, Jaru's getting a free farm. Like, it's very hard for Phoenix the last hit against this kind of a lane, especially when you have Spirit Breaker as your support. But
they're gonna dive for it, and Toby actually gets nicely in front of Always Wanna Fly. He does get in range of the tower, though. Cops a couple of shots, but because of the Fire Spirits on V-Tune, he doesn't.
So yeah, Roger kind of stuck. I don't think that's a good place to be.
I think he was hoping he would push back Shad, and to his credit, if he had, he probably would have killed Celery, but like initially. I think his strength gain is pretty high, but his starting damage at level 1 is not the greatest. I remember that. Celery, this time he will die to Roger, and Shad does not opt to try and time lock in to help his bro.
This aura around Roger.
Charge back over to mid lane. Yeah, I would have really liked the Veil. That was my build.
Zoning Chrono.
Zoning Chrono. Shad is able to get away, but Celery, who is stuck inside the Chronosphere, not so lucky. Over to mid lane, where that charge from Aramis did connect. And I think they chain stunned Iceberg down. He got off his ultimate, but looks like it was too much. Shad, another bash, man.
Apparently, you don't need Chrono. They got into their heads, you see.
Yeah, it's, do you give it to the IO in that situation?
Possibly,
right? The regen is really good there. I think what Roger wanted with that position, he would get bumped over to the other side of that little cliff. Wasn't quite enough, though. Well, despite being up 5-1 and maybe even 6-1, as Iceberg is in some trouble here. He has the Enrage. He's going to wait for them to fully commit here. He's going to pop it right as the charge hits him, turns around, tries to punish Aramis, gets away, gets a little bit of bottle charging time with Relocate coming in. Oh, he's still going to die, though. Boom, makes that long jump in to kill him. He doesn't have a whole lot of mana left, but with only 3 seconds left on the Relocate, he can't really chase into Viking GG. With Viking GG taking over some of this Radiant jungle. Smoke is making its way over. They don't have the clearest source of initiation, though. Roger's got to get a really good hook in here. Iceberg's right on top of all of them, so maybe Celery's going to be a free kill, but everybody else, these bigger ones, oh, look at the Meteor Hammer. Tried to drop it, but the rocket actually stopped it. They're going to pull back Iceberg into this. Nice initiation there from Roger to be able to put a stop to that stun rate damage and relocate out. Roger actually bumping Boom into his own Chronosphere there. Roger now a little bit on the retreat here, but V-Tune is going to lend a helping hand to be able to push back the rest of Viking GG. Boom should be perfectly fine. He's got tons of mana to work with. He's going to let himself get hit by the rocket. Again, very few disables, so it's not like he's scared. The blade will change things, though. They almost have it.
This is the combo. Let's go.
Just run at him.
And you can see the itemization coming out from Viking. Yeah, just get out
the
map.
Goes. The hook shot off map, though. Pulls him back in. Where you going, Toby? You're going nowhere, son.
Godger knows.
Are they all screenshots? Does anybody have their actual webcam? Boom. Thanks to the Inkswell, has a very nice combo stun. That's going to kill Roger.
Mouth is moving.
Okay.
My eternal gratitude.
Trying to force out the Phoenix. Does manage to force out the egg. Can he kill the egg in time? The disables are coming. The Enrage, though. It shakes off all of those stuns and allows him to kill the Phoenix, though he does die himself. Best thing in the world for Fly to Moon, but then again, they're not actually down that much net worth. I'm a bit surprised by that. The Orchid, though, is going to go off here onto the Gyrocopters. Their relocate save, there is not.
It's such a tough lineup to play into.
Scepter now up on Viking GG, plus they have the BKB on Shad, so...
This is their timing.
Yeah, they're feeling really good about the next team fight with the Chronosphere up. They do have a successful scan. They're going to jump forward, immediately grab the Darkseer here before he can get away. A clean initiation where Aramis actually was looking for a little bit more. He charged at the same time over to the side. Now Iceberg just willingly ran up into that high ground there, ready to take a fight because he has the Aegis, but Viking GG.
Viking let that Roche go. All right, they're going in.
One more time, the Orchid charge in, down. Nice interception there from Roger with a hook shot. He's going to isolate Shad inside of the cogs for now, but he's
Chrono's
torn
still up.
apart. They still have the Chronosphere, and they have the second life up. Iceberg is going to try and deal with the Phoenix real quickly, but a Supernova goes off. Another Yule Scepter comes into play.
Zoning Chrono.
Chronosphere literally zoning out the rest of the team. He tried to catch the IO, I guess, but always want to fly. Timed it just at the last half second, so he didn't get pulled in very far. Aramis, it looks like he's going to be caught back in. They do go for the backing wall. A nice bit of illusions out, but Shad showing off that BKB is just going to be able to focus down from Heroes. Deals with the Ursa. Now going to go for V-Tune, who gets the surge out. So all that movement speed, they are able to dance away from that Faceless Void. And Boom's quite low. Boom's out of mana. Boom's dead. Okay, this gets a lot better for Flight Moon because now they can actually dive. They got the surge up, so now they can keep on going. This Diffuser Blade is beginning to do some work here, but Shad, he's still awfully healthy. Tries to guide the rest of his team back to the tier 2s, but you know Flight Moon is not going to let you get away so easily. Now Roger coming in. Can he get the Cogs push back on a Shad? He will, almost out of mana. Shad does get that time walk off. Battery Salt intercepts Toby, though, as he tries to dive away through the rest of Flight of Moon. And there you could see the strength of Flight of Moon's lineup finally coming into the fray. With the Void, but they're smoking towards him. So he pushes out the bottom lane. The 3-man smoke will cut through the jungle and loop into mid. Hookshot does manage to grab Aramis here. But the rest of the team is going to come in and go for the Ursa with the Orchid. If they could actually bring him down, 100-0 would be massive. An egg in the way. A Surge trying to help Iceberg out. He hops over the cliff and gets away. Roger's going to be left behind, the sacrificial lamb, to protect the cores of Flight of Moon.
They still managed to save the bear, lose Clockwork, so I guess that's fine. Also, Viking...
the IO's actually got the mech. I thought maybe just because you already had Arcane Boots, we'd see Guardian Greaves
First hit bash.
Can he get a second bash in there? Aramis. No charge. He's going to try and hide away into the trees. Goes straight up, and the hook just a little shy there. The BKB goes on before Jackie can actually get in the Chronosphere. They're going to use the Orchid here onto the out and make sure there's no relocate out. Boom's got to be careful, though, as he takes a heaping amount of damage. The double Yule Scepter onto the Soulbind now with the Supernova just at a distance. Iceberg
Another
up
Yule.
in the air, up in the air. These Yule Scepters are stopping him from doing any damn thing in this team fight. It ends with the Supernova explosion and Shad with a triple kill.
Yeah, Faceless Void finally got IO inside the Chronosphere. Long zip. They just wanted to...
Problem. All of these team fights. See how his BKB, oh, a double damage. That's why Shad is being so aggressive right now. They're going to go for this Ursa, but he managed to get off the enraged BKB. Viking GG instantly disengaged. They're out, and then they smoke and go back in. They say relocate has been used. Let's go for it. If they can catch anybody, in fact, the Gyrocopter with a double damage, that is an easy kill. And the tether in from the IO put him inside the Chronosphere, making it that much easier for Viking GG. They say, well, that's a free Roshan, gentlemen.
I praised Viking GG for having a quick decision in a millisecond, like what they need to do, what is a game-winning play, and this was it. You know, picking up that double damage, forcing a BKB from Ursa. They're going on Ursa. They know
Even
he has
better.
no BKB.
I love it when a team forces like the Roshan, and everybody will always be around that Roshan pit going, maybe I can get in there or something. They have the vision. They can jump out. Get some extra kills here. Roger, he's going to go for maybe a last-ditch effort here to try and steal the Aegis. Everyone at Viking GG, look at it be in the middle. The hookshot goes off, but Shad has already picked up the Aegis, and the cheese was grabbed in time.
Void. Yep, so Roger will pay with his life. Also, they're all going to be full HP. Phoenix will take care of that. But you could see Viking, like, they knew where Clockwork was standing. They had...
It's definitely become a staple for so many heroes, like the AM versus Void matchup. Heaven's Halberd backing back in, but Boom is not going to be stuck for long. And Shad, he's okay with staying inside this fight with a BKB. Maybe not, though. His first life is going to get burned out before he can actually get a kill. They do have the Supernova to be able to cover Shad as he revives on his second life. But he's actually still jumping forward here, feeling like they can still take this V-Tune. He's going to pop his BKB. Boom, running a little bit low on mana, being targeted by V-Tune. And Boom does actually go back up to full thanks to, well, some helping hands. And he's able to get away pretty easily there. Iceberg getting bashed up by Aramis. And then if it's not Aramis, it's going to be Shad. Fortunately, there's always one to fly with the relocate out, but he didn't take him back to base. And that means Iceberg is still going to die because, well, they've got plenty of chase. Aramis and Boom. If you only go a short distance like that, they can still easily be caught.
Just keep yuling him. See you later, nerds. This Void, like, his talents are insanely good. Once you get to level 25, the backtrack, he's very hard to kill.
Trying to go for the Yule's Meteor Hammer combo. It doesn't work, but it doesn't matter either. The Viking GG team can always be there with two heroes if you just give them a few seconds.
Have you felt Darkseer at all this game?
Not really, no.
Except for that one surge when
Yeah.
they were chasing them.
Yeah. We haven't seen any like really big vacuum walls. At the same time, he doesn't have like big combos to work with it. But, you know, still disappointing. The BKB may not save Iceberg's life. As look at that damage, man. Beyond godlike for Shad. You go up to like 1200 movement speed when you charge.
Yeah, it's very fun to play. Like same goes for Batrider with the with his Firefly thingy.
Look at Viking GG, just like very nicely positioning themselves all up in the high ground until they see an opportunity to initiate. They try and go for the Meteor Hammer combo once again. It's going to force out the BKB. A nice Soul Bite as well. They're going to try and keep him in range of this Supernova, and thanks to the Spirit Breaker, they'll at least be able to bump Roger in. It breaks the Soul Bite though, and does allow Iceberg to be able to get away. Whoa,
another
with Chronosphere! Shad, he's safe. Whatever, man. We don't really need Chronosphere. All I need is the damage that I output. Look at him, even Heaven Halberding.
Oh, that's
the
nice
Gyrocopter. Nice use of the Diffuser Blade to be able to give him some distance away from Shad here.
Man, Shad's Chronosphere, he missed a couple of those, but they're still going to call GG.
Yeah, that's it. I have to say, I mean, you know, like 2K gold lead for the longest time. Viking GG, it just felt like they were very content with being able to let this game go later, and you could see why. I mean, once they had, once the Void was getting to some of that late game territory.
It also depends like who's paired up with the TB, who's paired up with the Venomancer. This is also Roger playing position 4.
Did you see that? General just got rocket for that.
Heal and the creep. Okay, creep is gone, so that's gonna be a lot of damage on the Enchantress. She might actually die. General Clockwork, like he was playing the hero when the hero was not considered good, and he played it well.
Yep. This is a man known for his B's and C's. Batrider, Beastmaster, and Clockwork. Those are his iconic heroes dating back for quite some time.
Oh
Another
my God,
reflection
this
in this
slow.
damage, man. Poor Toby. He's not going anywhere. I guess when it comes down to, Iceberg? Bottling between the hits is going to allow him to survive here. I don't think Boom has anything left in the tank. Oh, leveling up Sunray to try and get the kill. Aramis is going to turn around. He can charge him. He's going to try and go for the kill. One hit. It's enough with the creeps. Aramis, he mans up and does manage to get the reflection goes out, though. He might actually die to his own reflection. No, he lives just a sliver of health there. I always want to fly. He's level 5 at 7 minutes the cost.
That's insanely good. They also brought Celery. Where's the impetus?
Trying to get away, but Celery was there on the other side. The big bad Satyr.
And TB with the jelly. That just feels so good. Plus Iron Talon. Okay.
Yeah, this is looking real hot. Always want to fly, trying to keep the creeps off the tower, and he's doing a good job right now. If he can actually fire spirits this next wave and try and slow things down even further. No, he's going to hold on to it because he's got General coming in. He's got level 6. He's going to be able to hook onto the Venomancer here and chase him down. Celery was, in turn, trying to finish off the Phoenix, but not going to be able to do it. And always want to fly. While he survives, Celery will die. Roger, though. Viking GG, all those heroes in the bottom lane just kind of means that it is a free kill in mid, at least. Fly to Moon are putting in all the stops to protect their safe lane tower.
This is a big kill if they can get it.
It is. If they can get it, that's the key phrase here, as V-Tune is going to show himself underneath the tier 1 tower. Celery and Boom, they're going to have to go for Roger instead, but General's here as well. Tornado turnaround, that's a nice awareness there from Boom, but double chained up by Iceberg. Doesn't actually get him inside the cogs, and Boom, well, that Remnant's so slow, Iceberg there's no way he's going to be able to chase him down. Roger, he's going to be found in the corner here. Aramis going for the TP out, that's not going to be good enough. Roger gets out the Brain Sap as well, and Celery's going to die. The intrusion into the enemy jungle goes completely wrong for Viking GG. Visibility may not matter, though. Boom. He's in a good position to catch Roger here as he tries to sleep up one and maybe go for a Fiend's Grip. Instead found that he's the one that's going to get ganked.
All queued up. Not sure that's the play. It's a 2,000 gold. It's half your Aghanim. Or you could get a pipe.
Yeah, Pipe is, or Phase Boots is also really good boots for that hero. They have a nice Fiend Script there, and Celery doesn't actually have anything to be able to stop it, so if the Terrorblade can lay out the damage, they can stop him before he can get off the Infest. A Chains Up is going to be able to allow them to catch more. Iceberg looks to be able to run down Boom, but it looks like that ice wall is going to be a bit of a problem. General, he's going to pose a wall in front of Toby. Puts up the cogs. Back with the chains. Maybe they can still keep on going for Boom. He's a little fast, though. Dive forward. Always want to fly. Going to reveal Boom. This sleight of fist isn't quite enough. A nice tornado to interrupt things, and Roger actually gets a little bit too far forward. He'll be the one casualty here in a successful fight for
Tiller against the Terrorblade. 100% of the time, I would pick TB.
Level 5? He's level 5.
He is.
That's a hero that can jungle. My man needs to get to level 6 at least. Take a little me time, Celery. Focus on yourself for once. Really nice reflection. V-Tune is going to be interrupted by Aramis, and his mana is going to be completely burned out right now. The Deafening Blast, he pops wands, does manage to get off the Sunder here. Charge on through. Disarmed for now. V-Tune is finally able to get some damage on Aramis, but the Lifestealer gave him so much extra health. The Spirit Breaker's good for now, and they're actually ready to go back in. If they can get another charge in, the Lifestealer's probably at full health now. Trapped inside the cogs and pushing General out of it. General's trying to walk away from Shad for now. They go back into the high ground. They know that Fly to Moon, they don't really feel comfortable trying to get back up there, not through that kind of passageway. So it's just the Spirit Breaker dying as a result. This exchange is kind of weird because giving up a tier 2 means that you unlock those outposts and charge on through. There was actually a Force Staff into the team. I think that was Toby's offensive Force Staff, right?
They are itemizing what I talked about, that where they can't just, you know, go in, take a fight, and that's it. They need to reset it, and it's great against the Clockwork. General actually decided to go for BOTs.
V-Tune, he only's got a little bit left, but he tries to go for Celery. Now he's going to be fighting himself. Deafening Blast away. Does manage to get off the Sunder, yes, with a long Fiend's Grip onto that Lifestealer too. Really good control. Now the Supernova on the top with a beautiful charge on through so many heroes. They're trying to get out. They do manage to successfully dodge the stun explosion there. Shad's going to pop back out though, going for General here. That's going to be a free kill. Always want to fly. He's going to have to turn and Icarus dive away.
It's such a good play from Viking, where they go in, they manage to get the Sunder on deep.
You just kind of let your Lifestealer go ham. I guess Deso amps up his damage as well.
Oh, poor Celery.
He's just had a very, very hard game. Hard life in general. He's going to be met with the same fate that he had last time, which was just getting munched on by Shad. The rest of the team is here, though. They're nicely lined up. Aramis is going to turn and go for, with his ultimate onto Roger. Does manage to give up his life to kill another support. Basically a 2-for-2 trade-off there.
He can ask for raw damage.
Aramis is positioning himself so he can get a charge in through the side. They're going to use that ward as an opportunity to be able to jump on the Phoenix, but a nice defensive sleep from Roger. And a Fiend's Grip goes off, but there was a tornado, so he immediately canceled it. Roger, he's probably going to die to Shad here unless the chains can help out. They do have chases. What happened to Shad? His HP just started dropping like a rock. The combination of the Ember Spirit putting that Deso on him and V-Tune just melee right-clicking him down. Shad died in like 1 and 2 seconds. I'll take a full 5-man against Fly to Moon. Fly to Moon, meanwhile, will just kind of like cut mid and
one-shot it or not?
Yeah, we'll see. What? All right, he didn't get a crit. We got a crit.
This game, you see this item BKB. That's not a game-winning item here. Same goes for Shivas. Like even if he had Shivas right now, it still doesn't feel like, oh yeah, that's the item that's gonna win them the game.
General found him, and it is a 2-for-1 special. If they can actually stay on top of him with the Aghanim Scepter, he's going to be able to get back on top of Doom again. The pushback with the Deafening Blast with the BKB teleport out, but fortunately the Manta Illusions and disciplined team that they can be. They'll wait until that, get Aegis and Cheese, and then go high ground. Roger, though, Bulldoze was up, so the Nightmare's not going to last a super long time. Roger's still trying to get away. Always one of flies here, up on the high ground, waiting for the rest of his cores to arrive. The Tornado and now Disengage from Viking GG is an immediate buyback from Roger.
That's meta use.
Hey, there's the hook shot going in. They actually caught two again inside with the Infest. Clockwork re-hook shotting in again. This Aghanim Scepter is looking sick. It does cost him his life, but it was a really good fish that they caught. The Shad, he will eventually run out of invisibility, run out of rage. And no need for Roshan at this point. Fly to Moon You can go for at least a lane, if not two. 70 seconds on the clock with the life stealer. Hell, they could just go throne if they really want to test it.
I think they might try to go for one more fight, but this game could just end right here. Clockwork buying back, has hook shot in a couple of seconds. Aramis is just gonna straight up die. Clockwork is doing such a great job. Okay, GG, they're disconnected.
Yeah. This is very, very over.
General had such a great game on Clockwork, just keeping the life stealer inside of Cogs. Once he gets that Aghanim Scepter, refreshing the cooldowns on his abilities. He had such an amazing game, and once again...
Yeah, he's seemed to focus a lot on those Poison Sting hits. Nice toss back there from Aramis. Looks like Toby... Okay, so that's what they did. Toby focused on just, like, harassing the enemy, and he gave Aramis a free level 2.
Yes.
That's very cool.
Like, once Tiny gets level 2, now, I'm not sure who got the first blood. Was it him? I think it would have been much better if he had it. All right,
Nice
Shad.
vacuum back, and Roger will stay on top of Shad to be able to get that kill. And with the bonus, they'll do some really good damage to Celery as well.
It's much better. Like, he's... HP is full, but still stealing it away from Lina is...
Yeah, if
pretty
Lina had
damn
gotten
nice.
that, you know Iceberg. He just would have punished Boom even more. Roger doesn't have a charge up for another 6 seconds, so he's going to be hit by the next round of Wraithfire Blast. He's going to go up to the high ground, but a crit from Shad puts him down into his grave. Except country music. Fuck country music. Roger finds Celery in the river, so that's going to be a good time for him. Just free damage, actually, if anything. Celery, he's going to die here. Vacuum pulled back in. Two to two is the score, but I'm just kind of curious. 4. Always want to fly. He's going to get caught by the haste rune from Aramis. First a toss up in the air. And TP's going to come in, actually, from the Spirit Breaker. He's going to charge in from the side, go straight on top of Toby. The Avalanche will help Toby retreat a bit. If V-Tune gets a bash here, oh, he needs a little bit more of that last hit. It's not quite enough. He's got another Time Walk coming up soon. Can Toby juke this out enough? Aramis is going to go down. Toby's going to go for the deny. The Centaurs, they will kill him before V-Tune.
Could use that bonus, getting a deny a couple of seconds ago, so not more you can ask from him.
Toss over. Always want to fly. Gets a little bit closer to Toby. Thank you, Aramis. Fortunately, the Avalanche once again will change things around. Boom. Thinking about going for that RP, but V-Tuner already gotten out. He wants a kill out of this lane, though, so he finally uses the RP on Roger. Roger, charge up in 1 more second. The toss over. Always want to fly. If he slows down, boom, he's actually going to go back in. Roger, I guess, feeling like he didn't have a better option. V-Tune, he may not be level 6, but... Oh, no, he doesn't get boom. Instead, he turns his damage onto Aramis. Now, if he time walks over, blocks Aramis a little bit, maybe. But no, Aramis is too fast with those boots. Toss on to Always Want to Fly, and he gets flattened by a creep. He just got Goomba'd.
I think it could. Like, he is extremely farmed.
Yeah. I guess if you try and make the most of it. Oh, I didn't think I was actually going to kill. But Aramis does just enough with his level 5 to be able to bring down V-Tune. Lacoste. I love it. Then again, I'm a 4 by nature, I guess. I like running down up and down the river all the time. Roger, slow down to a crawl. He's going to pop his ultimate here to be able to bump back Aramis, and that's straight into the LSA, so that'll be his death. And Arlena has begun to get active. Drums for Roger. Oh, Tiny, okay. Toss into the RP for a fast kill onto Iceberg. Pull back for the vacuum. Just slightly off. Doesn't actually hit it with the charge. Still going to go for Boom anyway. Celery doesn't have his enchant right now, but Boom is super tanky. Tries to toss him up in the air. Actually got bashed at the same time there. Roger comps the stun, Wraithfire Blast, and they do manage to get the scare away for Boom, so he's going to be fine before V-Tune could show up with his double damage he's got.
Viking has really nice repositioning abilities with, like, Ether Toss. Okay, that's going to be a solo Chrono and Venomancer, man. Whew, that's a lot of damage. DD, Iron Shell plus Mum, more than enough.
Flight of move. They just, it seems like they have to play super defensive right now. I don't know when their lineup is going to feel a little bit more active, but every single time we go somewhere, it's Flight of Moon making a move on somebody, and this time it's going to be on Aramis.
How much time Can he buy?
He's got another avalanche. That'll be another second if he can get it off. Yeah! You got to take the small W's when you get the big L. You know?
Let's just find a middle ground.
You know what it is? It's like those people who always come up with a reason like why they can't run. When the real reason is they're just out of shape.
Yeah,
you know?
no, you're shit. Like,
they're like, I'm cramping. Oh, I can't actually run. I speed walk.
I can speed walk, move my hips and my arms in a very funny way.
like just admit it. Just be like, he's gonna go MKB next. V-Tune strolls up, casual Chronosphere, pops the Mask of Madness, and starts going to town. The vacuum back Shad into the Chronosphere, so after the Magnus, they're going to be able to finish off life number 1 of the Wraith King. And V-Tune doesn't skip a beat. He jumps to the back line and goes for Celery, but now they need to focus on that second life of Shad. Otherwise, well, V-Tune, he's got to get away from Celery. He's pumping out the damage right now. That's why Roger is going to charge through everybody. Nice toss back from Aramis. He actually saved his carry with that toss away, and Roger ends up getting killed while trying to stretch his leech out to go for it.
Iceberg, I don't think you're killing this Venomancer that easily. He has a hood and a Force Staff. Like, so what it looked like to be like a super great team fight for Fly the Moon. I think Viking's still gonna get a lot from it. All right, Darkseer too tanky. Who's deeping? That's Wraith King.
Wraith King, he's got the blink, and he's gonna catch General.
All right, 300 gold. This blink slowly paying off.
Kind of killed before they even begin.
We saw you. You can't play Dota here. Sorry.
Chronosphere up in the air. Alina. She's going to come down
real
real hard in a second. Shad. Now they get the RP off on the 2 supports in the back line. Fortunately, he managed to get the bulldoze, so Roger will be able to walk away. He's the one to fly, though. He's not going anywhere. His wings have been broken. And the 2 dragons.
A freebie. Chronosphere is used. They're playing around that Chronosphere timing. Even though Aramis did not have a great timing on a Blink Dagger, he's still doing so much in this game. Vol, a lot of illusions.
General toss back into the pit. It was a really good wall by him, but he's not going to be allowed to escape. And the wall is still creating plenty of havoc and slowing down Viking GG. They're going to try and commit for it now, but nobody else is here.
Buyback for what?
To watch them take Roshan, apparently. The rest of the team.
Oh man, Darkseer's so underleveled.
Oh, look at that. I mean, the Spirit Breaker, he's still stuck around. He's going to go for Toby, but nobody's there. Like, it's like Roger made the call like, hey, this is maybe an opportunity. And the rest of the team said, yeah, you're right. It's a good opportunity. Farm the other side of the map. Go get him, Roger.
Now, Darkseer was like, nah, bro, I'm not getting in. I already used my buyback.
Yeah, he missed me with that action right there.
Missed chance. With this kind of a build, like, he does not have it.
So would you have preferred for him to go for the BKB third item?
Maybe BKB second item and then get even either more tankiness or just get straight up damage like an MKB.
Avalanche serves as a very good deterrent against Spirit Breaker, and V-Tune, okay, he just walked into Boom. Roger said, buddy, we're going the other way. I just brought all these heroes here.
They didn't even use the combo from Tiny there. That was a nice shockwave, just pulled him mid-air. And this is a dead Darkseer.
I'm just very confused. Like, I thought, like, Roger.
3 Blink Daggers, BKB piercing ability, you just don't feel like a hero.
You know, they say it's like, what is it, like, shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you'll land among the stars.
Yeah.
The truth is, you just end up drifting in the vacuum of space until you eventually die, and that's what kind of a Fly to Moon. They just can't really do anything. They have no agency in their own fate. They just have to watch Viking GG slowly kill them.
Boots of Travel Agency canceled all the flights to the moon.
Time Walk does manage to get V-Tune out of what was almost certain death there,
but you don't have a game-winning play.
We haven't seen them execute that big team fight combo. That was a Time Walk. That was
very aggressive.
yeah.
Real team fight for like 15-20 minutes. Our panelists are coming back. That means that it could possibly be
a light razor burn joke, you know, like a little scratchy when you give me a kiss goodbye. But
so the
Nice RP. Oh, the blink away from General. He at least got away, but it was still a two-man RP with the two supports getting wiped out. The Chronosphere does manage to catch two, but there's not a whole lot of follow-up, especially with Alina going the other direction. He's trying to chase down Aramis right now, while V-Tune's still going for Toe, but he can't kill him. He's just out of damage. The AC, it wasn't enough, Lacoste. It doesn't save him from the 1,200 damage crit from Shad.
Yeah, it's just too much at this point. I feel like Fly the Moon, they had one nicely executed team fight, and that was it. But that fight was pretty even at the end when we did the math.
Okay. Well.